Hey guys, hey, it's your boy Smitty. Welcome back to the channel. Well, didn't get much of a break. I got another one to do. Good friend of mine and also co-worker from work, his other boy bought a truck with the transmission out of it. So he asked me if I'd go through it, and I had said, well, sure, I'll go through it. So what we got is this is out of a 2000 pickup, but immediately I look at the tag and it says 4CAD, which means it's out of a 2004 model, 700R4, 4L60E, and it looks like somebody's been through the converter since it's painted gray, and they actually wrote the number on the front of it. So the fluid's kind of nasty. I had it sitting on here, and of course sitting out in the sun during the day, it made the fluid expand. It was full of clay dirt, crusty dirt, and I blew all that off. But as you can tell, it decided to leak out of the deal. You like his plug that he used for the fill tube? I thought that was ingenious. It works. But anyway, so yeah, we need to get into this thing, and I need to pull the converter out because I can't move the thing the way it is. I like to barely get it out of the car with the converter in it. I really got to quit doing that stupid stuff like that. It's really hard on this old man. So anyway, we're going to get the converter out and get it to draining. So I'll have to set you down to do that. All right. All right. This one has a 300 millimeter shaft in it. The O-ring still looks pretty good. So we're going to put this thing on a dolly and get it in the shop. All right, y'all, I got this thing mounted. So it's time to get it apart and find out what we're going to do with it. First things first, we'll take the bell housing out. So get the wrench in there and see if we can't get them broke loose. Something tells me this bell housing's been off before. You get that one bolt over there that's super flipping tight. I gotta admit, guys, the electric tools are really pretty nice, but I use both at work, and I'm gonna tell you, even though that they got their advantages, you don't get near the feedback, or you get more of the feedback from electric than you do air. The air is so much smoother. Look at that, just buzzes that right out of there. Of course it should. I have 175 pounds of unregulated shop air, so I never put a regulator on my compressor. All right, get our O-ring out of there. And like I said, this one has no 3/4. Wow. Some of them pan bolts ain't even tight. Full of dirt. Yeah, we definitely got something burn up there. Not too bad, but there's definitely something burn up. I'm gonna set that down there since it's so nasty. That's unusual. It doesn't look like the filter's cracked or anything. Get this harness off. Pull your pin on your TCC PWM solenoid. This has got the late model PWM solenoid, which is on the side. It's different manufacturer too. The early models had the connectors on the back. The later models had the connector on the side like this. Remember what I told you in previous ones, you want to pay attention to where these bolts are in this case, because on the 4L60E valve bodies, they use different length bolts. And if you notice, these bottom three are all 8mm headed. These go here, obviously. These are long ones on your well, it's a pillow switch. Got little pillows on the inside of it, but you can't put these bolts in the wrong place. Take your 1-2 accumulator off here. See what it looks like as it's stuck to the case. There it goes. Look how far that piston is in that bore. I'd say it's probably got a broken spring or it's just collapsed. But that's way the hell down in there. Alright, hadn't beat the crap out of the valve body too bad, or the spacer plate. I'll get all your check balls out of here. It's got some wear, but not too bad. I would probably recommend putting another plate in it. I might even have a plate in stock for this thing, believe it or not. Alright. It's got some pretty good wear in the plate, not too bad. All right, there is. Oh goodness! Sorry to be belching in your all's ear. Should be a check ball right there, and there is. All right. So let's let this thing drain a little bit. Okay. I was just going to try to save this connector, but if you look at this connector, get around the deal, there's fluid in that connector, so you need to replace the harness. You know, you'll end up with a leak later on down the road. Something else I want you all to notice, if you look at this 3/4 accumulator, look at how far the piston is down in that bore. Now if I push on this, of course it's going to push fluid out, just like that, out of that hole. But that piston's way down in there, so we're probably going to change the spring, or we're going to end up shimming that or something to get that up, because that'll affect the way the 3/4 shift is. And while we're here, we're going to check our 2/4, which you're going to put air right in that hole right there. And that really sounds solid. Oop, just got fluid on the camera. Okay, let's check the 4th, if I can get down to it, which is going to be right down in that hole right there. And it sounds good and solid. So we know we don't have a band problem, because he had a good solid second, just no 3/4. So let's continue on, shall we? All right, so let's see if we can get this piston out of here. It's got a yellow spring in it, but actually the wear is pretty minimal on this. We'll probably put a different spring in there to help it out a little bit, because this is just a regular old street engine, so there's nothing spectacular about it. It's just a regular old truck, basically. He's not hot rodding this one. Boy, the fluid that comes out of this thing, it looks nasty. Well, I broke that snap ring on the outside, which is not a big deal, because that just makes the cover come out a whole lot easier. Well, I thought I did anyway. Get a pickup underneath there. Yeah, I did break it. Just roll that seal out of there like that. You're going to replace it anyway, so it's not going to hurt anything. Fourth piston. Servo's got a little bit of stickiness going on here. There it goes. Pin's got some wear on it. Not too bad. Looks pretty decent for stock setup. Alright, let's get this pump out of here. Yeah. All right, knock our man anchor out of there. Oh, that's not good. We got welded clutches. Ugh. Oh, look at there. We have a band anchor that's broke too. So I wonder what happened to the other piece of it. That band is pretty well cooked. Alright, let's get the snap ring out here. Out of here. Wow, first shot. That's pretty good. Haven't done that in a while. Okay, we've got a roller. This planetary here. Let's check this thing out. My horse is having a come apart because he isn't out in the field yet. I don't know if y'all can hear him nickering. Got a roller shaft, and might be able to polish this one up. It doesn't look that bad. Find the Scotch-Brite here, see what it does. That really looks pretty good. I mean, it's got minimal. I didn't polish that very much, and you can't feel a groove with your thumbnail. So this reaction shaft is in good shape. We can knock some bushings in it and it'll be good to go. Got the roller bearing there for that. This is a stock sun shell for sure. And it's super thin in that right there. So we'll put a sun shell in it. Well, it's all up to whatever he wants to do. The sun gear's got a lot of wear in it. Yeah, it's looser than I like it. I don't know, we'll clean it up and we'll look at it a little closer. It may be okay. But the sun shell's not. It's done. Alright, let's get our snap ring out of our low reverse clutch here. I'm going to do the reverse clutch push here, so remember what I told you, stand to the side of it. Kind of like that. Because otherwise you'll get a face full of transmission fluid. Yeah, that's unusual for that to come out all as one fell swoop like that, but we'll take it. Your anti-clunk spring that's down here, grab that. The only thing we got left there, of course, is the output shaft and the and the rear piston. All right, let's get this Let's get this inspection process started here. Let's start with this low reverse since it came out as a unit. Sprag feels good. Excuse me, one-way roller clutch. Got the wide roller in it. This thing looks beautiful. I mean, just minimal staining. So we're good with that. Low reverse clutches. Yeah, they're starting to delaminate right there. There's a good spot of it right there. But other than that, the steels look good. I mean, yeah, it's got some wear on the clutches, but not bad. Check your rollers down here. And that looks really good shape. No broken wave plate. So that's in decent shape. Alright. Reverse input housing. These hardly ever fail. So let's get this one apart and see what we got here. Got the Belleville plate, wave plate in other words. Got your pressure plate. These look fantastic. Just got some wear on them, but other than that, nothing wrong with that. Alright, so let's look at these Teflon seals first. And they're all intact. And we definitely have burn up 3/4 clutches. What the heck is going on here? Either somebody's been in this and didn't know what the hell they were doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is interesting. I want you to look down in there. Get my thumb out of the way. That has an extra plate right there. Thick plate. And it's only got 6 fibers, but it's got that thick plate in there. So let's air test everything before we take it apart. Do our overrun, or overrun first. And it's good and solid. Okay, let's do our forward. Forward's in good shape. Check our 3/4. Wow, look at all that freaking clearance. I've never seen anything with that much clearance. That's hairy. That's pretty hairy. All right, before we take this apart, we need to check our housing, make sure our housing's good. So we need to get this washer out of here. These are always a booger to get out. Oh, there we go. Just as I say that, I end up getting underneath of it. There we go. Throw them in our bucket. Alright, need just a little bit of transmission fluid. Just enough to cover up that little area down there. Alright, so we need to check, put air to our 3/4 clutch, and you shouldn't see any bubbles come out of there. If you see bubbles, then the input housing's bad. And I don't see any bubbles. So we can plug that air leak if you want to. There's a hole right here, that's your bleed orifice. If you hold over your bleed orifice and put air to it, and nothing, so we're good there. Alright, see if I can soak up some of that so it doesn't make too big a mess. This thing's been hot. Hey, somebody has been in there. Somebody's taken the load springs out of the clutch. There's the load springs that go right here in these slots. Then they're gone. And this whole clutch back is smoked. You can even see on this top pressure plate, it's actually bowed. I hope you can see that. That is crazy. Look at this. You got one of the clutch plates that's actually broke. There it is. Actually have a broken clutch plate. And no teeth left on it either. Interesting. There's no teeth on this one either. What the hell do we have going on here? It's taken all the teeth off of three of the fibers that got no teeth on them. And there was another broke plate. Yeah, there it is right there. Plate's broken. Wow. So to say that 3/4 clutch is smoked is an understatement. There's another first for me, guys. I've never seen that. Let's get this, where'd my big screwdriver go? And maybe I can get it with the small one. See what our forward looks like. No, there's no way. Yeah, this one does have the molded pistons in it. We'd still end up replacing those. input housing has minimal damage to it, so overrun clutches look like they're brand new. Forward clutches, they're starting to get some burn on them. Not bad though. Probably put a set of steels in that one for those. Ford Sprag. Feels pretty good. Again, that's one of them things that you just automatically replace on these 700s, or 700s. 4L60s. This has got a looks like a 28 element Sprag in it. Just some staining on the outer race. Inner race is the same. That looks pretty good. Sprag actually looks pretty good. See what we got in there. No, it's got a 29 element Sprag in it. But again, that's one of those deals where it's an automatic replace no matter what. But that looks pretty good. Alright. Last but not least, let's look at the pump. Yep, somebody has been into this. Look at this. This year is supposed to have the white Teflon stator seals on it, and it doesn't. It's got the blue scarf cut seals on it, so I know somebody's been in it. That stator shaft has got a bunch of wear on it. Let's see what the Scotch-Brite does. I think we can salvage this one. I think it'll be alright. Alright, let's get her pump apart. Pump actually looks pretty good. It's just got some staining on it too. It really looks really nice. Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, see, somebody put the Babbitt or the PTFE seal or bushing in this thing. I'm going to show you this side a little better. So yeah, somebody's definitely been in this pump. I would check the clearance on this thing. It needs a pump, or needs the rotor and everything. But there's no grooves in it. Alright, probably put a reverse input housing in it just because it's got some strange wear on it. Alright y'all, so there we have it. We've got another one tore down. Interesting, I've never seen a 3/4 clutch set up the way it is, nor have teeth stripped out like that. That's bizarre to me. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish there, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll get a parts list put together for him, and just very few parts. We're not going to modify this thing extensively. I'll probably go through and check the valve body in a couple of areas, and then check the pump again in a couple areas. Make sure that everything's good there. But yeah, so there you go. We got a bunch of burnt up stuff. That 3/4 clutch, just never seen them with absolutely no teeth on it. Pardon my neighbor. But almost all of them are that way. All the fibers are almost like that. I mean, that one still has some teeth on it, but if you look at them real close, and you could tell where it's starting to take the teeth off of that one too. It's just crazy. So anyway, yeah, there's not a whole lot to it. We'll get them fixed up and down the road, and another one in the books. Y'all need to leave me a comment down below if you want to actually see me build this one too. I mean, it's entirely up to you. I probably won't do exact things on it, but if you're interested in seeing me do the build on it, let me know in the comments. Also, I gotta thank y'all a bunch. I'm almost at 1,500 subscribers. I never thought I'd get here. I really didn't. So at any rate, keep hitting that thumbs up, that like button for me, and subscribe down there, that little red button that says subscribe, and right next to it's a little bell icon, and make sure you turn it on for all notifications. That way you get the latest when I upload a new video. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next video. God bless America. Bye-bye.